Question number 96. You need to publish a data set that have data from on-premise Microsoft SQL Server database. Okay. Now you want this data from SQL Server to Power BI service. In this case, what four actions you need to perform? Okay, this is the question. Here you can see, first step we need to uh, configure on-premise data gateway. Why? Because the data is in Microsoft SQL Server database. Okay, but we actually use the data in Power BI service. In between you want a bridge, that's a called on-premise gateway. Now you want to configure this on-premise gateway. How to do that? Go to Microsoft website and download this gateway install software. Okay, it is exe file. Once you downloaded, you click on install and configure the data gateway connection. Okay, once configured, you need to add a data source. Go to Power BI service. Okay, here click on the your semantic model settings. Okay, here you will be able to see gateway and cloud connections. Once in your laptop you have this on-premise gateway installed and configured, you can see this here in Power BI service. For example, my gateway is this gateway installed. I configured as demo gateway for the dataset sales data 91. In this case, I need to add this data source to this connection. I name this as PL-300 connection. Okay. So second step is to add a data source. Third step, you need to add a dataset owner for this data source. You can see, go to the settings. Okay, gateway and cloud connections. Okay, this is your demo gateway. Go to this settings. Here you can see manage users. Okay, in this manage users, you can assign user who can access this particular data source. Okay. Fourth step, configure a scheduled refresh. Once these steps are done, you need to configure a scheduled refresh. Go down here, refresh tab. Here you can see once this gateway is configured, then only you can able to enable this. And you can schedule this refresh daily or weekly. Okay. So these are all the four steps we need to perform to get data from the Microsoft SQL database to Power BI service. First one, configure an on-premise data gateway, then adding the data source and configure the dataset owner. Then last step, configure a scheduled refresh. You can also refer on-premise data gateway video in my channel for detailed steps to configure this on-premise data gateway. Okay, I will provide the link in the description and top of this video icon. You can click on that and see that video for more explanations and more details. Question number 97. You want a connection between Power BI desktop and Cassandra database. You can see here Power BI, here our Cassandra database. You have data lies on this database. Now you want connection between these two. In get data list, there is no specific connector for this particular database. You can see in Power BI desktop, you need to go to get data and see the connectors, common data source. Okay, here you can see no proper connector for Cassandra. In this case, which connector you can use? This is the question. From the options you can see Cassandra is actually NoSQL distributed database. In this case, Microsoft SQL Server database will not work. So option A wrong. Option C and D, only DB and OData. This two, Cassandra database will not have exposed this two option. Okay, this Cassandra database don't have any exposed to this option C and D, only DB and OData. So this two also wrong. Only remaining option is ODBC. What this means? Open Database Connectivity. Okay, this ODBC actually act as a translator between Power BI and database. So we can use this as a connector in case no specific connector available for Cassandra database. Okay, so correct option is question number 98. You have two Microsoft Excel workbooks in Microsoft OneDrive folder. Okay, each workbook contains table named sales. Okay, same data, same structure for two. Here you can see in Power BI we have two Excel workbooks. Okay, sales 98 1, 98. Both have same structures. Okay, the data may be different. Okay, two sales table we have. In this case, Power BI want to combine this both sales tables into a single table. Create visual based on this table. Now, this solution must ensure you can publish separate report and dataset. This is the main highlight of this question. We need to publish this as a separate report and dataset. Here you can see sales, we have some data, and another sales table, we have some other data. Both have same structures. In this case, we can go for append queries. Okay, we can merge this two sales table into a single sales table. Okay, 981 we are appending to 982. Okay, here you can see it make it a single table. Now close and apply and publish this data set. Okay, in this case, go to Power BI. You can see we have a report and semantic model. Okay, two are there. In this case, this report have data set as a import type. Why? Because here you can see we have table, two tables imported, and we published the report, so it look act as a import where the Excel files are used. Now coming to the second option, dataset file. Now we need to publish another report. Okay, another Power BI report as a data set. They said we need to publish a separate report and data set. In this case, how can we do? Go to the Power BI desktop again. Reduction desktop changes. Okay, go to Power BI desktop, get data. Okay, click on more. Okay, here you can see Power BI semantic models. Okay, click on that. Now it asks you to sign in. Sign in where you have the data. Here in Power BI semantic model, you have one data set, right? This is what we saw in our Power BI service. Okay, click on this and connect. This we now use as a live connect. You can see for report file we used storage mode as an import, and for dataset file we connect through Power BI semantic model, and this storage type is live connect. So this is the correct answer. Question number 99. You have a folder that contains 100 CSV files. Okay, now we need only metadata. We don't want to store CSV data. Okay, in this case, from this we need to understand that we don't need the content of the CSV files. We only need the file information, that is metadata, like file say, size, name, like that. In that case, what three action we need to perform? Let's see. Go to Power BI. Okay, now we need to get data from folder. Okay, click on get data, more, click on folder, because we need a folder where 100 CSV files are available. Go to Power BI, click on data. For example, I am going for JSON folder. For example, inside JSON I have 100 CSV files. Let's assume like that. Okay, go here and see transform data. I have less data, but you can imagine you have 100 CSV files inside this folder. Okay, this is our Power BI query editor. Okay, here you can see first step we need to get data. What's the second step we need to perform? We need to expand the attributes column. Here you can see this is our attributes column. Here you can see small icon, expand that. Here all the column names are loaded. Now you need only the file information. It means unselect all and click on size, something like hidden. Okay, something like kind. Okay, which information about the file you need, select that column only. Click on OK. Okay, now you required column is loaded. Not all the data is loaded, only the required file information is loaded. Okay, coming to the third step, we don't need content column. Here you can see not store the data of CSV file. So content column we don't need. Click on that and remove columns. Okay, now the solution is achieved. We are we need to make only the metadata available as a single data set. Here you can see in single data set JSON, you have the metadata available for that particular folder. Okay, it does not store data of CSV files because we removed the content column. Okay, this is the actual three. Question number 100. Here you have SharePoint online site that have several document libraries. Okay, you need only manufacturing reports. Okay, that's saved as a Excel files. All manufacturing reports have same structure. Okay, you need to use Power BI desktop to load only the manufacturing reports to table analysis. Let's try to figure this out in the visual format. Here you can see you have Excel files in SharePoint online site. From the question there are many files, okay, but we need only the manufacturing reports. For example, it have Jan, Feb, March, all are same structure. We need this three Excel files only. It's under manufacturing reports and it's located in SharePoint online site. In this case, which step we need to perform? Okay, first step we need to go for a SharePoint folder and get data. Okay, home, get data, SharePoint folder. You need to locate this um, SharePoint online site. And next step, you need to transform data. Okay, in this case we don't need all the files available in under this SharePoint online site. We need only the manufacturing reports. So for that we need to do some transform data and filter out the folder path. Okay, here you can see we need to specify manufacturing reports. This folder path we need to filter. After filter out, we can click on combine so that all the files available under manufacturing reports will combine into a single file. So that Jan, Feb, March all are combined files. Okay. From the answer you can see first option is apt for these steps. We can get data from the SharePoint folder and transform, then filter by folder path, then go to the manufacturing reports library. Why other options are wrong? Here you can see SharePoint list B and D option. It's wrong totally. Why? Because SharePoint list is used where the data is available as a table. Okay, so this one is wrong. And coming to this C, here you can see select combine and load. No, we need to combine and load will give you all the files HR, finance, manufacturing, Jan, Feb, March, all it will give once you click combine. But we need only manufacturing report. So we need to click transform and filter by folder path. This step is extra. So option A is